Hello, today we will be making this 3D model and drafting this out, creating a drawing for it. This is the drawing. Please take a screenshot of this and put this onto your second screen or print it out, and then we can start building this together. So let's get started. All right, for this we're using OnShape, and this is the free subscription. Okay, we're gonna go create, document, and we're gonna put in our name, exercise 7. Now we're gonna use the mouse buttons here. I'll go over a quick tutorial of the mouse buttons. So the right mouse button, hold that down, it does a rotation. Middle mouse button, hold that down, that's your scroll wheel, that does a pan. If you scroll the wheel, it does a zoom, and left click does selections. Okay, so we're going to click, hold, and drag and pull this WCS in. That's the work coordinate system. Okay, and we're going to build all of this on the front view right here. So what we want to do is we want to hide these guys. So we could either click on this and click Y, or we can click on this and we can go over here and we can just say hide that top view. Okay, so that's hidden now. All right, let's normalize that view. We're going to front. Okay, zooming out a little bit. And so now we are going to build a sketch on the front view. See, it's orange. We're going to click that orange. It just created a sketch. You can see it right there. Now we're going to start the first circle right here. So we're going to go over here to the center point circle. Click on that. We want to attach that to the origin. So once we do that, we're going to click there, click one time, slide over here. We're going to hover in that area and we're going to type in 15. So that is perfect. This is black, which means it's fully constrained and it's actually stuck to that point right there, which is great. If we actually did something like this and we put in, let's go over here and put 50, it is not constrained because it has this constraint that says the distance has not been defined. So we need to fix that. So to do that, I'm going to hit escape to get out of that circle right there. And now we're going to go with this right here. We're going to go with coincident, and we're going to make this and this coincident. And now it turned black. It's fully constrained. And that's exactly what we want. Okay. So now let's build the second line and circle up here. So line goes straight up. We could build a line. Actually, I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to go straight to circle. And you see this dotted line right here? We're going to go with that dotted line. So that means it's perfectly vertical. We want that. So we're just going to place this here, left click, hover over that guy, and this is a 20 millimeter diameter circle. Okay, it's blue, it's not constrained, so we're going to constrain that now. D for dimension, or this guy right here. So we're going to go from origin all the way up to here, and that's going to be 60 millimeters. Okay, fully constrained. Great. Now we're going to build another circle. So this outer circle is our print says R15, so we're going to double that. We're going to make that a diameter of 30, and then we're just type in 30. Notice that this is dotted. That is not exactly what we wanted. Not sure how it got to that. We're going to hit escape out of all of these. Now we're going to go into this, click this guy, and undoes that. We don't want that construction, so you probably won't have to worry about that. For somehow I clicked it, so I want it like this. Okay, so next one. So let's build another circle here, and this circle is going to be a circular pattern. We're going to use this and this, and see how to pop it. It popped over here. It's 3 times, so we got to go over here. We can click on this guy right here. Let's hit 2x. Well, we just hit 2 enter, and then we can grab this guy and pull this guy in, and we're going to move this to 45 degrees. Left click to confirm that. All right, so notice that this is blue and this is blue. It is unconstrained right now. So to fix that, we're going to lock in the position of this guy right here. Before we start putting this tangency curve on the very top here, I want to lock these in. Let's show you what happens if you don't do that. So I'm going to do a tangent from here to here. It's not tangent yet. I'm just going to put that in there. And let's make this, it's going to be 150 radius. So a diameter, it's actually already in radius. So we're going to go with 150. Okay, and see that? It's not tangent now. Escape. Then we're going to click on this guy, and we're going to hit tangency or T next time. And notice that this moved. We don't want that move. I'm going to do a Control Z, which is to undo that. We're going to pull this back into position. Watch this. Control Z, moved back to position. Okay. So we don't want this to move. We want it to be stuck there. So fix that. Let's go D dimension. We're going to go from here all the way here. We will know that's 60, so we're locking that guy in. Enter. Now we want to lock in this position right here. So let's go with D for dimension. Click here, click here. We're going to lock in that dimension. We won't modify that. We'll just hit enter. So now it's stuck into position. Okay. So this here is pulled from this 45 degrees. We want to keep the 45 actually. So now they're all black except for that curve that's non-tangent. We're going to fix that tangent now. So if you see this moving around and all messy, that's because these are not constrained yet. So now when I do this tangency, these will not move, only this will move. So let's uncheck that, or we're going to hit escape to get out of that. Let's click on this guy and this guy. We're going to hit T for tangent, and it should fix that tangency right there. It broke for some reason. I'm going to undo this guy right here. I'm going to escape to get out of that. Control Z. Let's delete this guy. Just click on it, delete. Now we're going to go back to that 3-point arc here to here. And then we're going to make sure that is 150. All right. And we're going to make sure that's tangent. So escape to get out of the arc. Left click, T for tangent. Perfect. There we go. Nothing else moved. That's just awesome. Click here, T for tangent. Black. Fully constrained. Perfect. Next one. Let's go back to arc. Click on this guy, and then this guy. And then we're going to make this at 90. Radius of 90. And it already snapped it and looks like it's already fully constrained. Great. That's perfect. All right, so now what we want to do is trim a couple things. So to do the trim, we're going to hit M. M does a trim function. We just trim those two pieces there. And to do that, you just click on this guy right here too. All right, so escape to get out of that. Let's go with a line to go down here. This looks like a little bump. So I'm going to click on that and try to see if this can be tangent. Click on both those, T for tangency. It doesn't like that. Let's delete one of these and see what happens. It broke it. I'm going to expand this all the way over to here. Let's see what happens. X for extend. Or click that guy right there. Click here all the way to there. Perfect. Now escape to get out of that. M for trim. We're going to trim this guy right here. Looks great. That's nice. A little bump here. We could fix that too. Escape. Let's do that extend. So X, take this guy and extend it all the way to here. And then we're going to hit M for trim, and we're going to trim that guy right there. So now that is extended. Let's go for left click, and then T for tangent. It fixed that tangency for us. So it's nice and smooth. There's no little bump there. That's great. Perfect. So next we want to build a rectangle going through here. So over here, corner rectangle, and we're just going to build this rectangle from here to here. D for dimension, we're going to go from this line to here, and that's going to be 12 millimeters on each side. So 12 plus 12 is 24. And for some reason it's red. We'll fix that in a second. Escape to get it out. Now we're going to look at Y. Show constraints. We're showing some constraints, and I should not have been any issues with this. It's going from that one line. Let me undo that 12. All right, so now we're going to create a dimension from here to here, and we're going to make that 12. Enter. Perfect. So for some reason it had a little issue with that previous one, which I don't exactly know why. Anyway, we're going to do some trims. M for trim. Clean up these guys. Just kind of draw all over them. We'll fix this in a second. We're going to hit X to get that. First, we're going to trim these guys. Trim this guy. And then we got to go over here. Let's say extend X. That guy right there. Extend this guy all the way to here. And then M for trim. We're going to trim on that guy. All right. And there we are. There's our first shape. Okay. These are not fully constrained. Escape to get out. Let's click on this guy. Let's hit vertical. Okay, that looks good. Now they're fully constrained. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. Green check to finalize this. We're going to take this shape and we're going to rotate it about this circle right here. So let's go and first build this and extrude this. So extrude, grabbing this guy right here. This guy total height is 50, and we're going to do symmetrically. So we're going to throw 25 of it back here and 25 up here. So let's go with symmetric, green check. Notice it hid our sketch. All right, so let's go over here and hover over, click on that little eyeball. Our sketch comes back. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to extrude this guy right here, and click on extrude, click on that guy right there, and this one is only going to be 15 millimeters. Okay, and we want to not union this, so we want to change this from add to new. So we want to go from solid, new, 15 millimeters from the face of sketch 1, green check. Notice they're two different colors, two different parts. Okay, next one, because we want to eventually take this and rotate it 2 more times. So let's take this one, extrude that, go over here, let's extrude, and we're going to make this one 25 millimeters, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want, but we want to change this to new, solid new, 25, green check. Notice they're all 3 colors, perfect, that's what we want. Now we're going to do an instance of these 2 items right here, rotated about this right here. So let's go over here to circular pattern. Click on these 2 entities to pattern. This is our 2 entities. Our axis of the pattern is going to be this cylinder right here. Click on the cylinder. Now we already have 360, but we only want to do this 3 times. So it counts the original. So 1, 2, 3. And this one we want to actually add, and we want to merge it with this guy right here. Okay, it's green check. And notice everything is now 1 color and we have 1 part. If you wanted to not add it, you could always say go back in here and you can go to new, and it would then make everything its own individual piece, and then 7 pieces total. So I'm going to Control Z to undo that, and this is our 3D model. Let's hit Y to hide that. Let's hit Y to hide our sketch, and yeah, that's the 3D model. Let's go on with drafting this now. So to draft, we're going to go down here to create a drawing. We're going to use ANSI B millimeters, okay? And click on our part and drop our part. If it appears too small for you, you can always escape out of that. We can click on this guy, right click, and we're going to go with we're going to double click on this guy. Oh, okay, that pops up. This is what we want to see. We want to go 1 to 1. So it's scale 1 to 1. That's exactly what I want to see. Green check. Now I want to take this and make a cut section of it. So let's grab this and we're going to take it and slide it over here to the right. Now we're going to make 1 more cut section and put it right here. So we want to see a slice right through here. So we're going to click right here in the circle and then pull it over to the right. There we go. That's exactly what we want. And perfect. Next, we're going to create an isometric view right here. So let's click on this guy right here. We're going to click on front, change it to isometric, and we're going to change this to 1 on 1. Let's see if this fits good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks good to me. All right, so let's start dimensioning. D for dimension. We're going to go from here to here. 60. Okay, we're just going to keep throwing in some dimensions and try to fully dimension this guy. So radius 50, radius 15. We're going to do radius that guy. And then we can put our numbers on here and say this is 6 times. We don't need 2 20s. Control Z to undo that last 20. Okay, it's stuck into that. So let's escape out of that. Control Z now. Okay. D for dimension now. Click on that guy. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Now we want to create a angle center line from here to here. So let's go all the way over here to 2-point center line. Click on that guy. Click here. Click here. There we created a center line. Escape to get out of that. D for dimension. Clicking on this line right here. There we go. We see a line. Now we're going to click on that line and then pull this. All right, it didn't let us do that. What we want to do is change this here to a line-to-line angular. So let's go back down to here, here, to here, 45 degrees. That's great. All right, so each one of these 45. Now we can start to dimension this. So we can say this 45 is 3 times. So I'm going to Control C that and copy that, and left click to get out of that. right? And then this one's 1 time, this one's 6 times, so we can go with the 6x. I think we need 6x more, so Control C to copy that. We're going to do Control V to paste that, left click, get out of that. This is 1 time, 1 time. And 24, 45, just kind of looking, we need to put radius here, D for dimension. Let's click that radius. Let's click that radius. We'll pull this out. Normally you want your dimensions outside. And you don't want them all garbled up and messy. So we just kind of fix them. This here, we can pull out this A. So if you click on this right here, click on that circle right there, you can grab that and pull it up. Okay, perfect. Pull that down, escape, get out of everything. Let's clean that guy up. Okay, and I think that's it on that view. In this view, I'm going to pull it over a little bit. And now we're going to D for dimension, going from here to here. That's our 25, here to here. It's 15. Come on, what's it doing? It had a little goof there, no problem. We're going to click overalls now, here to here, 50, and escape to get out of that so we can clean some things up. If you want to make these like that, sitting right atop each other, that's good. You can do that too. And now we can do a overall size if you want. All right, and if you want the overall size, we click D for dimension, or click here, click here. It's not going to gather that perfect size because it is cut off at this area right here. It's looking at that right there only. So we need, in order to get the overall size, we actually have to pull down another view. So let's pull down let's go over here to projected, and we're going to pull one from here. So click there, pull down, and then this is the full thing uncut, and we're going to D for dimension, click here, and then there's our number right there. So we can actually, we don't need to see the bottom of this. We can actually pull it down a little bit, and this one, I think we're okay there. That's fine. I would normally keep this all within there. We don't want to show anything outside of the actual print itself. So this is scale 1:1, so probably could make this slightly smaller. That'd be better, but I like the way this looks, so we're gonna keep it like that. So that's our drawing. Thanks for watching. Bye.